Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satwik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class. Or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you
Hi everybody, how are you all doing? Oh, that's great. Okay, so today we are going to be having the last class of famous monuments around the world. Before we start with today's topic, I just want you all to know that these are just a few famous monuments that we have done. There are multiple other monuments which are there in this world. So today we are going to be coming to today's class, we are going to be okay. Before I give you a hint, do you all know which monument we are going to be learning about today? Any guesses? That these are just a few famous. If you're going to the brochure, today's topic, anything, you'll be having an idea. Whoever knows, everyone in the comment section, I would like to see how many of you are there. Class, we are going to be okay. Okay. Before I give you a hint, do you all know which monument we are going to be learning? Okay, I'll give you a hint. Any guesses? Okay. This is one monument which does not stand straight. It's leaning. Whoever knows, everyone in the I mean, it's really easy for you all now. Come on, let's guess it correct. We are going to be okay. Okay. It's okay if you're spelling the wrong. Just put them in the chat box. Let me check how many of you all know the answer. Monument which does not stand straight. Yes, that is correct. A few of you all got it. It is Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now, where is it? Very silly question. It's in Pisa. That's why it's called as Leaning Tower of Pisa. Where is Pisa? Okay, it's okay if you're spelling the wrong. Just put them in the chat box. Let me check how many of you all know the answer. Monument which does not stand straight. Yes, that is correct. A few of you all got it. Anything that you all know. Tower of Pisa. Now, where is it? Very silly question. It's in Europe. That's why it's called as Leaning Tower. Okay, it's in Europe, and it is an extremely beautiful monument. It is very strange. A leaning building is still standing since so many years. Otherwise, even if we try to stand a little tilted, we just fall down. Imagine this building is made up of bricks, stones, and whatnot. It has so much of weight and it's still standing straight. Isn't that amazing? It is. So are you excited to learn about it today? So many years. Shall we start with it? Yes. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. We just fall down. Imagine this building. Great. Let's start with today's monument then in that case. Still standing straight. Isn't that amazing? Yes. Shall we begin? It is. Okay, let us start. So, like you'll know, Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? It is one of the most famous monuments, and of course, if you'll see, it is a bit tilted, still standing straight. People don't fall because of the barricade that they have made at the top. Okay, so despite of its notorious tilt, the tower has stood for nearly 850 years. Can you believe it? Can you see the people out there? There's no sign of it falling anytime soon. However, that wasn't always the case. You know why? Why do we say that wasn't always the case? Because initially people felt, oh my god, it might fall. What if the people standing down get hurt, injured, or they die? Right? The Leaning Tower of Pisa was originally intended to stand straight. Of course, you want to make a building that's going to stand straight, right? It was designed as a freestanding bell tower. Okay, and the construction began in 1173, but by the time the second floor was added, the foundation, the first layer, that means the first layer, began to sink. Can you see that? I'll show you now. The second layer will come up. So it started to sink and the tower started to lean. The ground at the building site was a poor choice. That means where the building is standing, that was a poor choice. Why? Because the tower stands on ground which is made up of sand, clay, and mud. Okay, which is too soft to support the weight of this heavy marble. As it's made up of marble, if you can see. Yeah. So this is the second monument that we are learning, which is made up of marble. I'll just give you a closer look. Can you see? Which is the first monument that we did, which is made up of marble in this five famous monument series? In the chat box, everybody, quickly. It's a very easy question. Okay, some of you all, yes, got it right. It's the Taj Mahal, right? Okay, let's continue. So as one of the tower sides sank, the builders tried to compensate by making the columns on the lower side. Okay, but it would still not seem to be straight. Okay, so the other side, they tried to make the tower on the lower side so that it looked straight and the other, the other levels came straight. But unfortunately, the extra weight only made the tower lean further and further. Can you see it? So it was leaning more and more as the days passed by. So it kept sinking in. It soon became obvious that the problem with the tower was too big to be fixed, and the construction was stopped after only 5 years, while the architects took that much time to understand, okay, maybe if we go further ahead, it's going to lean and it might actually fall down and hurt somebody. Let's just stop here. Okay. So what happened? In the meantime, Pisa went to war with Genoa, and for a century the tower was abandoned. That means no one took care of it. It was until 1272, nearly 100 years after it was started, the work resumed, and by then the ground under the tower had become, you know what it had become? To a very shocking surprise, the ground under the tower had settled down better and it could now support the weight, and the Leaning Tower was now leaning in the opposite direction. So construction continued for over 6 years, but this time they knew the tower was going to lean. Okay, so by that time they were sure, okay, the tower is going to lean, but there's no problem of falling. The height of each story was tapered, so the floors at the top would be flat. Once they completed the 7th story, building halted again. So after they completed the 7th floor, it halted again. Okay, it wasn't until 1372 that the 8th story was finally added, the last one. Okay, angle knot to try and balance out the southern lean. Although the construction only lasted about 20 years with all the interruptions, it nearly took 200 years for the day they began before it was finally built and opened to tourists. The finished tower measures nearly 57 meters or 186 feet tall at its highest side. Leaning, right? So the height of both the sides is going to be different. Okay, so the one on which it is the tallest, it is 186 feet or 57 meters high. And about that, how much is that about? Do you know? That is 1 meter or 3 feet shorter on the other side. Two spiral staircases lead to the top. I'm just going to show you the spiral staircase. Can you see this? It leads to the top. And while there are, how many steps? There are 249 steps on one side, while 294 steps on one side, while 296 on the other side. Okay, to compensate the difference in the height. Can you see it? So the stairs are also very nice, fancy, designer. Yes. Over the years, the tower continued to lean further, putting it to danger of putting it at danger of falling. Many people wanted to stop the tower from falling, but they didn't want to straighten it up at all. So it's just a very funny thing, okay? So now everyone wants, obviously, the building to stand straight, otherwise it might fall and people might get injured. So, when you go to Taj Mahal, you take a picture like this at the top, right? Just holding the top. Over here for Leaning Tower of Pisa, they always try to support it from falling. So it's a humorous way of saying. Humorous means funny, okay? But what they're saying is nobody actually tried to, make it stand straight. So it's always leaning. People always just try to save themselves, but no one tries to push it, like in a picture, push it and make it straight. It's a funny thing, okay? So don't take anything seriously. Okay, so we've been seeing this for over years. In 1990, the tower was closed for over 10 years while engineers tried to stabilize it. That means make it straight again. First, they added over 800 tons of lead weights to one side. Can you see it? And anchored the tower with cables to stop it from moving while they thought of something better. So they thought, okay, the one side that has already been sunk and the other which is on the top, let's put a lot of weight on the other side. So that will also go inside and then it will balance and it become straight. So they thought, let us do this till the time we can actually think of a proper solution, come up with something that is better. They also removed the bells from the 8th floor to lighten the weight. Okay, finally they decided to remove the dirt beneath one side of the tower very, very slowly so that it could straighten up just enough for it to not fall. This method reduced the tilt by over 17 inches or 45 centimeters, but that wasn't not much enough for the tourists to notice, but enough that the tower has stopped shifting from the first time that it had started. Okay, so of course people cannot with naked eyes see that, oh my god, it is straightened up. No, that's not the case. But what has happened is it is not tilting further. Okay, so now the engineers are satisfied. Engineers believe that it will continue to be stable for at least next 200 years. Okay, today the bells have been replaced in the bell tower and people are once more allowed to climb the steps to the top. Yes, so I hope you all enjoyed the session and it was a very insightful one. Yes, so we've learned a lot about Leaning Tower. Okay, so now it's question time. So everyone open your chat box and I'm going to ask you a very, very simple question. If you all heard the name correctly, you'll know the answer. Where is Leaning Tower? In the chat box, quickly. It's okay if your spellings are wrong. Absolutely fine. Let's quickly come to this. Where is Leaning Tower? Then it's in the name itself, Leaning Tower of Dash. So you know it. Let's see how many of you all get the correct answer. It's okay, spellings are wrong. It's okay, no problem at all. Leaning Tower of Pisa, that's correct. All those who have got it right, Aryan, very good. Good job, you got it right. You were the first one who got it right. Good job. Okay. Yes, guys, you can make it visible to everyone. Some of you are sending it directly to me. I don't mind. You can message me directly also. So whoever messages first, I'm just going to take that person's name. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take your name. So quickly, you'll need to do it. Okay. Okay, why is the place where Leaning Tower has been made the correct one, or is it okay? So let me reframe it. The land where Leaning Tower of Pisa has been made was made up of sand, clay, and mud. Okay, which is very soft. So do you think it was the correct place to build the tower? The bell tower. It was actually a bell tower, right? Yes or no? Just yes or no. Was it the correct place to build this bell tower? Bell tower, whatever. Yes or no? No, very good, Aradhya. That's correct. So others have also written no. Like I told you, I'll take the person's name who messages me first. Good job. Very good. Good one. Okay. What is the outer surface of what material has been used on the outer surface of Leaning Tower of Pisa? Quickly, quickly, quickly. Yes, that's the correct answer, Priyank. It has been made up of marble. Very good. White marble to be very precise. Okay. The others have also written white marble. Ria has written white marble. That's correct. Very good, Ria. Okay. Good job, guys. Very good job. Very good. We aren't engineers, right? We are still small. We need to study a lot to become engineers. So we cannot make like a proper leaning tower. But would you all want to draw it with me? Yes, great. Let's draw it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the drawing video and we are going to draw it. Yes, everyone get ready with your supplies. Of course, you don't have to color it because it's made up of white marble. But like I tell, you are free to do whatever you want. You all can color it the way you want. Your creativity. Express it. Art is a form of expression, right? Express it the way you want. Okay, so everyone get ready with your supplies and we're going to start. Just give me 1 minute. Is everybody ready? Can we start? Yes, okay, great job, guys. So we are going to make Leaning Tower of Pisa today. Ready? Can I start? Okay. So we're going to start with the one side. I'm just going to draw. I have done it with pencil before so that we go a little quicker. You all can do it with pencil first and then outline it with sketch pen just like I've done. So you all can trace what I'm doing in sketch pen. Okay, so I'm going to draw one side first. That's going to make it easy. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to draw to the 7th floor first. Okay. So why am I drawing these little tiny things? Those marks the difference between the floors. Okay. So I'm going to draw lines over there. So this is my base and that's my leaning tower. So make sure that it's a little tilted and it's not straight because it is leaning tower. So don't make it straight. Make it a little tilted. Okay. And then I'll just show you how I'm doing the 8th floor also. Yes, that's it. And yes, we are going to stop over here. So I have made 8 floors. So 7 with little bump I'm going to segregate them. And my final one, eighth one. Let's do this quickly. It's very easy. Don't stress. Just make it a little tilted. Okay? Done everybody till here? No? Okay, Akansha. I'm waiting. Quickly, quickly. Okay? Done? Okay, let's go ahead. I can see most of you are nodding. So first we'll complete the eighth floor. Okay, which has the bell and the top, which has the flag. So now I'm just going to draw the lines and make seven, divide it into seven parts, seven floors. Yes, I'm going to stop over here. So you make those little holes, the window parts where the bells are placed and the flag, and divide the seven floors. Let's do that quickly. This is pretty easy. This you can do fast. Done? Great. Let's go ahead. Now I'm going to make those tiny detailings on every floor. Okay, so you just need to draw U's. That's it. On every floor. That's it. That's all. It's that easy. It looks very easy when you draw, but when the engineers and the architects were making this, it took them a lot of time. Like you saw, it took them 200 years to finally complete this tower. Right? So I'm just going to draw it. Okay, so leave the last one because last one has little additional detailing. So you draw the U window shape thing for all the floors from the top and leave the last one. Yes, let's quickly do it. And you don't have to count. Okay, you can just randomly keep drawing. Don't count how many I've done. Just randomly. Don't make them very broad. Make them a little thin and don't touch them to the ceiling of the other floor. Can you see? I have left a gap. Yes? Let's quickly complete this. Done? Great. Let's go ahead. Now we are going to make these huge ones. Huge ones. Can you see it? And then I'm just going to make like diamonds in between. If you want, you can just make circles also because it's a little tricky to make, right? Sorry. Yes. Can you see? I tried to make diamond, but I did not have space, so I started making circles. You can do that as well. Done? Okay, complete. I'm giving you time. No problem at all. Done, everybody? Okay, now comes the creativity time. What do we do? Okay, like I told you, this is your Eiffel Tower. Y'all can make it the way y'all want. Now, if I would be the person who's making this, I would want it to be colorful. So what I'm going to do is I have 8 floors, right? So maybe I can do a different color for each floor. Like maybe I'll start from red at the top. Maybe, okay, this is my creativity. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Okay, then maybe I'm going to do blue for the next floor. Or maybe you can just alternate between blue and red or pink and any color, any 2 colors. Or you can use different colors for different floors. Your choice, your creativity, your leaning tower. Okay, then for the next one, maybe I would like to use orange. Can you see it? Y'all can also color it simultaneously if y'all want or whatever. Okay, then for the next one, I would like to use green. So I'm just going to use green. Done? Okay, then maybe for the next one, I would like to use yellow. I'm going to use yellow. My yellow is really bright. You all can choose a little darker, brighter yellow. Yes, then maybe for the next one, I'd like to use pink. My pink and my red are going to look a little similar, but nevertheless, I'm going to use it. Try not using or avoid using black because we just want to make everything more colorful, right? Okay, maybe for the next one, I would like to use brown. Any color you all can use, okay? If you all have, I have very limited colors, okay, with me right now. So I'm just using the colors that I have. Like I told you, I don't want to use black and I don't want to keep any part white except for the windows. So I'm just using the colors that I have. And for the last one, maybe I'll use purple. That's the reason because I use brown because I didn't want to repeat any color, okay? And I am very short on colors at the moment. This is my Leaning Tower of Pisa. So I have colored it the way I want it to be. Right. Okay. It's actually made up of white marble, but this is your Leaning Tower, your creativity, express it the way you want it. Okay. So I have shown you what you can do. You all can do different things. You all can make patterns, design, sequence, whatever you all want to do. Okay. Your creativity, and I appreciate it. Trust me, I'm going to go through all of them. And of course, yes, coming back to your submission process, ensure that you make the submissions. Sorry, you'll have 2 days span to make your submissions, and I look forward to your entries because I select top 10, and feature them on our website. And I know I really like all of them, but I have limitation of only 10, so I try and select as much as many as possible. But try and submit as soon as possible. First come, first serve, right? Sometimes if you'll send late, I've already marked them. Okay, so try and send it as soon as possible. So complete it immediately after class and send it across. I'll be waiting to see it, okay? But let me tell you all, I love each and every one. Even after submitting, I go back and I see how you all have submitted, the ones that submitted late, but I really appreciate it. So try and send it a little faster so that I can mark you all as well. Okay, so I hope you'll enjoy today's class, and more importantly, I hope you learned something new about Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yes, did you enjoy the entire series on famous monuments around the world? Yes, give me a thumbs up if that's a yes. Yes, great, good job, guys, very good. So I'm going to be coming up with a very new interesting series in the coming week. Ensure that you'll enroll yourselves and attend. Yes, and of course attend the other classes that are going on because they're super interesting. Okay, so hang on, submission process is going to be explained once again. Make sure you'll submit it. Okay, until then, bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session, and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.